This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about the next match because it's a weird one. Chyna and Lita, 6.5 minutes. Meltzer was right. Very weird match. Lita got the biggest face pop of anyone up to this point in the show. And at one point, Chyna used a press slam and went for the pin, lifting Lita up at 2. Usually that's the signal that the person lifting the person up is going to do the job. And this is a way to protect them, showing they could have just as easily won, but they just got too cocky. What the motive for that spot was here when Chyna was going over isn't as obvious. Maybe a subtle spot for a heel turn, although that would have been more effective as a part of the finish as opposed to a spot everyone would forget. They tried doing submissions with Lita doing an armbar and Chyna doing the old head scissors, but nobody knew what they were doing. Eddie Guerrero came out on the aisle to watch. Chyna pinned Lita clean with a powerbomb, which seemed like a kind of strange way to book it. Half a star. You've told us before Chyna didn't want to work with the women, but man, to have her pinned and pick her up at 2.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is
weak, Conrad. Yeah. It ain't not. You got it. You've already pointed it out. Shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
It was a way for Joni to make sure Joni looked strong, and to hell with Lita. And I knew that match was not going to be good when it was booked, because Lita is a woman, if you haven't noticed.
Yes.
Beautiful, sexy woman, very athletic, and very special on our roster. But, you know, it's just Joni getting Joni over and lashing, kind of being defiant. Hey, I can do anything I want to do because I got an in at the office, and, you know, I got a good rapport with Vince and all that good stuff. So, you know, she could talk to Vince about, you know, chicken breasts and doing something on the incline and how much she lifted yesterday. And so they got along well, but we weren't as objective with her as we should have been. I just didn't like the fact that, you know, for her to be successful in her mind, she had to wrestle and beat men, not just wrestle men, wrestle good men and beat their ass. And to me, I thought that was terribly misguided.
Hey, chat me up about this. And I mean this, like the Chyna thing, when she goes into this match and we know she doesn't want to work with women and we know that blah, blah, blah. When she does the lift spot, I mean, is this Chyna going into business for herself? Is this would have been, I know you're not laying out matches, so I'm just asking you to venture a guess, but was there heat on her for doing this? Was it discussed ahead of time? Do you recall any sort of backlash about the way it was done?
I do not. There's always going to be some spots built into the match to underscore her strength. I mean, look at her. She was muscular, had great definition, and she was very strong. She's the strongest female on the roster. So I think it was a matter of just trying to accentuate her amazing strength to give us something to talk about in a good way for her on her behalf. So there's probably going to always be a strength spot, at least one, if not more, built into her matches, because that was, in the eyes of many, a calling card. So that was what I would say. That's just how it was laid out. The agent made sure that there was a spot in there that we could accentuate and put over her power, and because that seemed to be her top asset, quite frankly.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.